What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brian, and we're here to discuss the most unpredictable WrestleMania season ever. In particular, we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble. I have absolutely no idea who's going to win the Royal Rumble. There's some names that have been thrown out there, and some names have already announced that they're going to be in the Royal Rumble, and I absolutely have no idea who will actually be winning this year's Royal Rumble in terms of the men and in terms of the women as well. So let's start off with the men, starting off with John Cena. John Cena has a great story as to why he should win, but he also teased that he could win the Royal Rumble, he can win the Elimination Chamber, but his goal is to be the 17-time world champion in WWE. Do I realistically see him winning the Royal Rumble? I can realistically see him winning the Royal Rumble. I could also see him losing and winning at the Elimination Chamber. I could also see him missing everything completely and just never being a 17-time world champion. But the fact that John Cena, just regardless of what he does, he's going to have that name value, that talent, that always in the main card picture, that gives him the opportunity to win. So if I were to rate John Cena's chances of winning the Royal Rumble, I give it a 10% chance. And the only reason I give it a 10% chance is because there's like 10 other guys I could probably give another 10% chance to win. The next name on the list is CM Punk. CM Punk as well also mentioned that he wants to be in the Royal Rumble. He wants to get that main event WrestleMania spot that he's always wanted and just never was able to get. So I can see him winning as well, just to finally finish his story if we were talking about babyface Cody Rhodes. In this case, CM Punk finishes his story and he finally gets his WrestleMania title shot against who? I mean, it could be Gunther, it could be Jey Uso, it could be a couple different names, but he could win. Maybe he challenges Cody Rhodes. You know, there's a lot of opportunities for CM Punk to see what he's going to do. So honestly, I give CM Punk probably a 15% chance of winning this thing. I see him winning it a little bit more than John Cena, just because I feel like it was part of his contract to get a WrestleMania rematch, a WrestleMania main event if he signed with the company. So I do see that happening. But then you also get other names like Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, who they want to spoil CM Punk's chances of main eventing WrestleMania. And I can realistically see that happening as well, that CM Punk loses, Seth Rollins wins, and then at the end of the day, it's Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. But I also see them both losing. There's a lot of things that can happen here. And Drew McIntyre, he's going off on the bloodline. So if he wins and then he eventually challenges Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns in like a triple threat, that could be awesome as well, as a kind of like baby face but a heel, because technically Drew McIntyre, if you consider, honestly, I consider him a babyface. I consider him and Kevin Owens a babyface because honestly, they've not done anything wrong. I mean, everything that they've spoken is the truth. That Roman Reigns, everybody teamed up to defeat Roman Reigns, but now Cody Rhodes is going out and helping Roman Reigns after they worked so hard to stop him. So it can be argued that they're babyfaces. I mean, I think they're babyfaces. They're not really heels as a traditional heel would be. And I compare this entire story as to like Avengers Civil War. You know, you got Cap and you got Iron Man. And technically, none of them are heels. It's just whose side are you on? They're both baby faces, you know, and they end up fighting it off. I mean, one side you got Cody Rhodes, and the other side you got Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre. You probably have Seth Rollins on there, honestly. And on the side you have Roman Reigns, CM Punk. CM Punk helped out Roman Reigns as well. You got to remember that. And there's also Paul Heyman, who still owes a favor to CM Punk. So there's a lot of different things that can happen in this storyline. And so far, we've only talked about 4 people. I mean, you still got LA Knight, you still got Jey Uso, and Jey Uso is going to get a world title shot the week before Royal Rumble. And I actually see him winning the title just to get that big like push. You know, he's main event Jey Uso without ever really winning a main event. Gunther mentioned it in his promo. He said, your main event is just a nickname. To me, it's my life. I main event stuff. For you, it's just a nickname. And I feel like this would be the perfect chance to have Jey Uso ascend to the main event roster spot, to the main event, and win the world title, which then forces Gunther to try to win the title back by joining the Royal Rumble. And then the good thing about all that is that all those people can lose, and then at Elimination Chamber you have a built-in Elimination Chamber. You got John Cena, you got CM Punk, you got Drew McIntyre, you got Seth Rollins, you got Gunther, and you insert somebody else. I mean, there's a couple different names that can be. It could be Penta, it could be Rey Mysterio, it could be Cody Rhodes. It could be Cody Rhodes if he does lose to Kevin Owens. So you got all these storylines built in. Shit, I mean, it can be Solo Sikoa for all I know, you know. But those 5 other guys, those spots in the Elimination Chamber would be set. And imagine Elimination Chamber with those names. Who would win it? Who would win? I have no idea. And this is the unpredictable booking that WWE has been building and building and building since Triple H took charge. I mean, this doesn't even include the big names on SmackDown that could possibly win the entire thing either. So this entire storyline and event and just everything's just linked to like this crazy unpredictable Royal Rumble that I'm 120% just so excited for to see. So let me know who you guys think will win the Royal Rumble, at least in the men's side, because it's completely unpredictable. And then if you go to the women's side of the Royal Rumble, you currently have the champs, which are Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton. Then you have the rumored people that are coming back, which is Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. On top of that, you have Bayley on all the shows currently. I mean, maybe she wins the whole thing. Asuka's due to return back anytime soon. You have Io Sky that's just going through an amazing run as a women's wrestler currently. Jade Cargill, we still have yet to find out who attacked Jade Cargill, so maybe even she comes back to make her presence known in the Royal Rumble. And that's not even including Nia Jax, who just lost the title. That's not including Bianca Belair. That's not even including Lash Legend, who's just been killing it ever since coming up to the main roster. Not to mention Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade. Maybe Jordynne Grace decides to sign up and sign a contract with WWE and she wins the whole goddamn thing. There is literally a number of like 10 to 15 women that could possibly win this year's Royal Rumble. And who wouldn't be excited about that? Personally, I would love to see Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton, because Charlotte Flair was just miles ahead of all the other women in terms of wrestling, in terms of character. And on the flip side, Tiffany Stratton is the queen of the gimmick right now with Tiffy Time. She puts on great matches. She's a fresh talent. She's been wrestling for 3 years and doing it better than people have been doing it their entire lives. So I could see Charlotte Flair winning so we can get that match. I also see Liv Morgan winning to get that rematch with Rhea Ripley. But then I also see Becky Lynch coming back to finally defeat Rhea Ripley and get her title back. There's so many ways that this can happen. And this is the best time to be a wrestling fan. It's the best time to be a fan of WWE. So definitely stay right here at Triggered Wrestling. We'll be talking a whole lot of wrestling up until WrestleMania season. And the closer we get to WrestleMania, the closer we get to finding out who will be in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2025. And we had the chance to speak with one of those people that should be in the Hall of Fame. If you want to see that interview, click this video right here. Thank you.